welcome to Voices of Women, sponsored by the Bristol County Commission on the Status of Women. I'm your host, Gail Forts, Executive Director of the YWCA Southeastern Massachusetts. And today we have with us girls from our YWCA Girls Exclusive Summer Program. So welcome, girls, to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's start off with everybody just introducing themselves. We'll start off with you, and we'll just go all the way down the line.
Hi, I'm Kiara. Hi, I'm Mia.
Hi, I'm Corella.
Hi, I'm Alize.
Hi, I'm Rihanna.
Hi, I'm Triana.
Hi, I'm Savannah.
Well, great. So thanks again for being here. So tell us a little bit about the summer so far. So what types of things have you done this summer that you really enjoyed? So why don't we kind of go down the line. Let's start in the back this time. So Savannah, why don't you start?
Kayaking.
Kayaking, okay, great.
We go on field trips.
What kind of field trips do you go on?
We went to Tabor Academy.
Tabor Academy, great. Did you do a tour?
Yeah.
And what did you see at Tabor?
We saw at the school.
You saw the school?
Yeah.
Was it nice?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, what else have you done?
One of the field trips that we did is we're on TV now, so.
Yes, so we learned about, we had a tour of the studio, and we got to learn a little bit about media and production and what happens behind the scenes. So are you interested in media and production
Yeah.
when you grow up? Great, that's fun. Good.
I liked the carousel field trip. We went roller skating.
Roller skating, okay, great.
I like the, well, I'm gonna like the Water Whiz field trip because I never went to Water Whiz before.
Water whiz, all right, great. So that sounds like fun.
I like going to boxing on field trips.
Boxing, oh, you went to boxing, all right, that's
We
fun.
went to UMass Dartmouth, and we
UMass.
saw all the dorms, and we had a tour.
And you had a tour of UMass Dartmouth, so great, okay. So why do you think a program like this that's just for girls is a little bit different than some of the other summer programs that they have? Have any of you been to different summer programs before? You have? Okay, so what's a little bit different?
There's no boys, and usually the boys are very active, so this time it's nice and peaceful.
That's nice and peaceful, okay. What else? I think you had your hand up.
I'm at other camps. We just do a lot of sports, and at this camp we don't really do that. And we talk about women empowerment and how we can empower ourselves to do anything.
Right, so you talked about empowerment, so that's like really, really important. And it's a small group, so it's not, you know, a lot of kids, so you have a lot more time to get to know each other and do things together. So what's important about empowerment? What have you learned about being empowered as a girl or as a woman when you grow up? What have you learned about that?
Being proud of who we are.
Okay, proud of who you are, that's great. Anybody else?
It takes hard work.
Takes hard work, absolutely, that's true. What else?
It's
And-
helping the world empower women.
Right, to empower women and that you can do anything that you want, right? You can be whatever you want to be when you grow up, or if you want to go to school or wherever you want to live, that it doesn't matter. College, if you want to be on TV, if you want to run a show like this, that anything is possible, right? To be empowered, and that as girls that you build each other up, right? And we don't be mean to each other and tear each other down, right?
Yeah.
Good. And I heard you also talked a little bit about racial justice and different cultures. Did you talk a little bit about that over the summer?
Yes.
And what did you talk about?
We talked about when we went with Bill Keating. We talked about women and women justice.
So you went to visit the Congressman Keating's office, right? And you met some of the staff there that work for the government. So you talked about immigration, which was, you know, very important.
We also talked about people of color.
We talked about people of color, okay? Because you were talking about the different bills, right? And the different acts that are going through. And you talked about racial justice, you said. And what else? Did they show you the office?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you think that was kind of fun? That was cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, to work for or to be, you know, somebody running for office someday, or working for somebody that does that, or you could help somebody on their campaign. But because I know I saw some of the pictures with some of the women that work there, so that was kind of fun too. What else did you talk about with them? Anything else? No,
Not much.
not too much. No? Good. So what else is happening for, now you did some volunteering and you raised some funds, right?
Yeah.
So what did you do for some fundraisers over the summer?
We
You
did a bake sale.
had a bake sale, okay. And that was to help with what?
Our
Water-
money for the
For the Waterways trip at the end of the summer, okay. And you did you do quilting?
Yes.
You did
We
quilting?
also went to Heritage Garden.
Heritage Garden, and what is that?
It was like a lot of types of different flowers. There was like the horse things where you go on a horse carousel.
Oh, nice, okay. That's good. And you made quilts, and who were the quilts for?
The Women's Center.
For the Women's Center, okay, so you're gonna donate them?
Yes.
At the end of the summer? Okay, so I know that summer's wrapping up and getting ready for school, so what are you gonna work on this year for school? I know you're starting a brand new school year, some of you are going in brand new school, so I want everybody to answer one thing that you're gonna work on this year in school.
Math.
Math, okay,
Science.
science,
I want to try to work on everything because I want to go to a good high school.
okay, good.
Math. ELA.
ELA, okay,
Science.
science,
History.
okay. So for all the girls out there that might be watching, or the parents or families, what's one thing that you would like them to know about the program? So I want everybody to think about that.
That it's good to be at.
It's good to be at, okay.
It's like a second family that you have.
Second family, great.
It's really fun here.
It's fun, good.
I just lost it.
You lost it? Okay, we'll come back to you. It's in the back.
It's different than all the camps because you see a lot of boys there too.
No, okay, so it's a lot different, good.
It's a really good program.
Okay.
We get to learn and have fun at the same time.
You get to learn and have fun? Okay, good. So,
And
now-
also, one of the things I like about this program is if we don't if we can't go to a field trip either because of the weather and stuff, the staff always help us, and if we don't go to the field trips, we do a big activity, we make slime, we bake, and we color and stuff like that. Make
Oh, okay,
bracelets.
so that was nice. So what kind of things did you bake or cook over the summer?
We've made banana
Cookies.
cupcakes.
Cookies, banana
Banana
cupcakes,
bread.
banana bread. Nice.
Popsicles, pudding popsicles.
Oh, wow.
We also
Soup
made
cake.
the white chocolate and the little lollipop
Oh yeah, the
things.
chocolate pops.
Chocolate pops, okay, good.
Zucchini cupcakes and lemon cupcakes.
Wow, that's impressive. Wow, that's great, good. And you said you made slime?
Yeah.
And how do you make that?
Glue.
Containers.
Activator. Coloring.
Food
I make
coloring
it
it
different.
was.
You
There's
make it different,
food
yeah?
coloring.
Different ways to do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's different things
Glitter.
you can put in there.
I use just glue and Tide because it ties the activator.
Oh, okay, nice, good. All right. Good. So now that the summer's almost over, did you have to do summer reading over the summer?
Yeah.
You did? And what kind of books have you been reading? So I know that they've been helping, right?
Crossing a unicorn.
The unicorn, okay.
Smile.
Smile.
I read a book called Legend.
Oh, good.
I'm reading Percy Jackson.
Okay.
I'm reading A Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time, okay.
I'm reading Because of When Dicks.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, thank you all for being with us. We appreciate that. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to talk to some more girls from our summer program because we have a really large group this year, so we couldn't do everybody at the same time, and I was glad that you were able to participate. Thank you.
Thank you.
The challenges we face are complex. And that is exactly why our work is so vital. Our approach is bold, dynamic, intersectional. Each local YWCA works to meet the needs within their own communities, doing the day in and day out work of lasting, transformative change. And no matter how we get the job done, we're all unified around one vision of an equitable future, eliminating racism, empowering women. YWCA, celebrating 160 years of action and service.
And welcome back to Voices of Women, sponsored by the Bristol County Commission on the Status of Women. I'm your host, Gail Forts from the YWCA Southeastern Massachusetts. And we're back again with some more girls from the YWCA Girls Exclusive Program. So girls, thank you for being with us on the show today.
You're welcome.
Great. So why don't we start off with introductions. So we'll start on the end. If you could just say your name.
My name's Navani.
My name's Jasmine.
My name's Cassandra.
My name's Isabella.
My name's Soraya.
My name's Nia.
My name's Victoria.
Well, thank you again, girls, for being with us. So tell us about your experience with the Girls Exclusive Program. What have you liked about the program? Let's start with it.
I liked when we went to Lasergate and played laser tag.
Lasergate. Okay, great. Thank you.
I liked when we went to the beach.
The beach. All right.
I liked when we went to the farm.
You went to a farm, and what did you see at the farm?
We saw pigs.
Pigs.
We saw how some people live there at the farm.
Okay. And that's around the Bend farm, right? And there's people that live there. Wow, that's great. Okay. What did you like?
I liked when we were going to the whale museum because we learned about like how those people hunt whales, and we got to be on the boat, and we learned a lot of stuff from what they did.
Oh, great. The Whale Museum, wonderful. Thank you.
I liked when we had the trips to YOU because we went biking and we went to a lot of different places.
Okay, YOU, Youth Opportunities Unlimited. That's great. Thank you.
I liked when we went to the Lloyd Center and we saw all the different sea creatures.
Lloyd Center, wonderful. Wow, so you did a lot this summer. You did a lot of trips because you all said different things than the other group. So you did a lot of stuff. Are all those places the first time you'd been to them for most of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful. So did you all know each other before coming to this program, or have you made a lot of new friends?
I knew Isabella, and I knew Nia.
Okay. What about anybody else?
I only knew a few.
Few
of them.
people?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you made some friends during the summer?
Yeah.
Okay. And why are friendships important? Why is it important to have good friends?
So we don't need to be alone, and
Mm-hmm.
we can communicate and do opportunities with people we don't know. And if we have something we like together, then we can like be good friends.
Oh, good. Thank you. Anybody else?
It's good to have good friends because if you always need something, they're there for you.
Right. So I know the day that I visited, you were doing your plans for the future and what type of thing you wanted to do, whether you had a business or what you wanted to do when you grow up for jobs. So what types of things did people work on, and why was that important? Because I know I was really impressed with the plans for your future. So anybody want to share what their plan was? I know.
I want to work at NASA.
You want to work at NASA? Wow, cool. Doing what? You want to be an astronaut?
No.
No? You want to...
I just want to work at helping our astronauts get to space in
Oh,
a
like
safe
Hidden
way.
Figures. Have you seen that movie? Yeah, that was cool what the ladies did. Great. Anybody else?
I want to be a lawyer because I want to help immigrants.
Okay.
I want to be a veterinarian.
Veterinarian. Great. Okay.
I want to be a CNA.
CNA. Okay, good.
I want to be an engineer.
Engineer. Wonderful. Okay. What about in the back? What do you want to be?
I want to be a realtor.
A realtor. Okay, good.
I either want to be a professional sports player or engineer.
So I know summer's almost wrapping up, so what else are you planning to do before school starts?
I'm planning to learn some math
Okay.
because I don't know how to do money.
Oh, to learn about money. Okay, so that's important.
I want to become a better reader.
To help reading. Okay, good. Anybody else? No?
I want to learn more about science too.
Science. Okay. Good. So with school coming up, some of you I know are going to different schools this year. So what's one thing you want to work on? We'll start at the end this year for school.
I don't know.
You don't know one thing? I'll come back to you.
Improving my grades.
Improving your grades, okay.
Being in 4th grade.
4th grade? Okay.
How I was saying, becoming a better reader.
All right, being a writer.
Improving my grades.
Okay.
Becoming a better public speaker.
Oh, well, you're doing a good job with it.
I'm trying to improve my grades.
Okay. All right, that's good. So what would you tell everybody watching about this program? So that way, if they wanted to come next summer or if they wanted to come during the school year, what would you tell them?
It's a very safe place. Like, no one's mean to each other. And it's just like a fun place where you get to be yourself.
Okay.
If you want to learn more about empowering women, you can come here, and they'll teach you everything they know.
Okay.
And you'll get like a lot of fun activities, and it'll be a safe place.
Okay, thank you. So I know you learned a little bit about etiquette, right?
Yeah.
What did you learn? Because I know you're gonna have a dinner. So what did you learn about etiquette? What's etiquette? What does that mean?
It's like having proper manners
Proper manners.
at
Okay.
the dinner table.
At the dinner table. Okay. What did you learn?
No elbows on the table.
No elbows on the table.
We
Okay.
learned how to we used our matrix, and we learned how to pay our bills.
Oh, you learned how to pay the bill and make sure you tip the waitress too, or waiter, whoever's helping you. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so you look excited about that?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I hope you have fun.
Can't wait to eat.
Yeah, I can't wait to eat. That sounds good. Well, thank you for being on our show. We appreciate that.
Thank
And we'll be right back to talk to the staff of the program.
The challenges we face are complex. And that is exactly why our work is so vital. Our approach is bold, dynamic, intersectional. Each local YWCA works to meet the needs within their own communities, doing the day in and day out work of lasting, transformative change. And no matter how we get the job done, we're all unified around one vision of an equitable future, eliminating racism, empowering women. YWCA, celebrating 160 years of action and service.
And we're back to Voices of Women, sponsored by the Bristol County Commission on the Status of Women. So now I'm proud to say that I have my staff here from the YWCA Southeastern Mass Girls Exclusive Program. So Jordan, why don't we start with you?
Sure. Hi, my name is Jordan Pouliot, and I have been at the YWCA now for almost a year. And I graduated from the University of Chicago in 2007 with a degree in history, and since then I've been teaching and working with children from middle school to college, and I also studied women's gender and sexuality studies as well.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Summer. I started interning with the YW at the beginning of my junior year, and then it turned into a job, and I go to UMass Dartmouth. I studied women, gender, and sexuality. I'm going into my senior year, so exciting stuff working with the program.
Hi, my name is Julie. I graduated from UMass in May with a degree in Women's and Gender Studies, and I'm so excited and so lucky to have had this opportunity as my first in-the-field job, especially since it's a nonprofit. It's very exciting for me.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Raquel, and this is my first year working in the program.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Amari.
All right, well, thank you all for being here, and thank you for working with our girls this summer. So tell us, in your opinion, how has the summer been? How has the summer been? What types of programming have you done? And
We've kept them busy.
Yeah, definitely.
we can see that.
Busy.
We've been busy. We've done bi-weekly field trips. We have gotten to know the bus system in New Bedford really well because we take the girls all along the state of New Bedford using the SERTA bus system. So we're becoming pros at that too.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. This is my first year living in New Bedford, so like learning the bus system was like awesome to be able to do that.
Yeah, and it was nice to show them too how they could take the bus to BCC in Fall River, UMass Dartmouth. In Dartmouth, like all these places were very accessible by using public transportation. So a nice way too to cut down their carbon footprint at the same time that they could think about the future and traveling to college.
Yeah, definitely.
So I want to talk a little bit about empowerment, because a lot of the girls mentioned, you know, that they learned a lot, you know, about empowerment, you know, over the summer. So why is that a core value of the summer program? Why is that important to make sure that it's interwoven within whatever types of activities or programming that you're doing?
So since eliminating sexism is such an important part of our mission, we really want to emphasize how important empowerment is in challenging that. And so for these girls, I know they mentioned a lot of it is about independence, learning to do everything that they can think of, dream of, that they want to do, they're capable of. And a lot of it is about reaching out, learning about what kind of networks they have access to, and certainly what kind of schools and programs they are certainly capable of entering. If they ask the right questions, right? And talk to the right people. So that's something we like to do, is introduce them to leaders in their community and just really show them that they're capable of doing anything they put their mind to, as well as they want to do it.
Definitely. Yeah, no, yeah.
I think one of the really special parts of this summer program, and all throughout the school year, but especially this summer, is really establishing those special adult to child relationships where, you know, we as teachers, sometimes the school year ends and you say goodbye, and this was nice being able to work with the girls every single day and to see their growth from day one to right now. I can't believe it's already the end of week 7. So we're working really hard to continue our summer program into the school year, to keep doing a 2-day-a-week after-school program specifically for and with these girls, because we're not ready to say goodbye. And ideally, we can work with them from, you know, Yana's going into 4th grade. We'll work with Yana from here until she becomes a leading lady when she turns 18, and then that's the idea, right? And so each year we can show these girls what our community, what our region, what our other network, like other support systems that we have in the area, and just keep building up self-esteem, their resources, their knowledge, right? Financial literacy, racial justice, all these things that they'll carry with them to become leaders in our community. We need good leaders. And I have faith in these girls to do it. Really, I think some of them could be future president.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. They definitely have the skills. Yeah, I think it's nice to be able to form that relationship that you're talking about with the girls and like be there and, I don't know, listen and like support and like, you know, like with Yana, being there for the next several years to like be a resource for her.
Right, and be their allies.
Yeah, definitely.
And know that they have supports outside. Well, that was one of our days. We talked about your constellations of support. So you can start small with maybe it's familiar or non-familial people in your life that are the ones that bolster you and support you, but then we branched out more. So we use that as some ways that when we've had to deal with, I believe it was you, Julie, sharing a story of a domestic abuse situation, and then you didn't think you had, you know, you all of a sudden found these constellations because we were sharing with each other. So you know, there's a bit of consciousness raising we're doing with middle schoolers, but hoping that will just keep expanding.
And it's great because we're structured just a little differently than a school space would be. They're not being graded, they're not being tested, and so it's really a great space for them to be themselves and learn about the importance of things like mental health, which is becoming more and more prevalent in their age group. And you know, self-esteem. We watched Misrepresentation, and we had some really great conversations about body image and feminism and media. I mean, they're all on their phones so much, right? We're surrounded by it. So teaching them kind of media literacy, how to understand what we're watching, what we're reading, and what that means for us as individuals and women.
I know. I like too, one of the questions you asked for the girls was if any of them knew each other, and I know specifically when parents or guardians were signing them up that maybe they didn't know anybody, and I think now looking at them, they've made lasting friendships that I just feel like they're so much more empowered starting school, that school might now be less daunting, less intimidating, because they have each other. They have a great support system. Even if they don't all go to school with each other, but they go to Keith, Normand, and Global, we all know when we come together after school, we'll all be there for each other. Just keep going.
Right. So through high school, so it's nice to have high school students to serve as role models for the middle school girls, and to, part of your summer experience might be a little bit different, than, the staff's point of view. So what did you learn this summer, and what did you get out of, being part of that through, your summer programming here?
I learned a lot because we also went on the field trips, and along with them learning, we learned from everybody else too. Like we went to a farm a couple days ago. We learned a lot about animals and plants and wildlife and all that.
Okay. What about you?
I learned that women should be women can do anything guys could do, and that if you put your mind to it, then you can do whatever.
I know we talked a lot about empowerment, but I want to talk about the piece of our mission, the elimination of racism, because the girls mentioned that as well. They mentioned, cultural differences. They mentioned embracing that, learning about it. They talked about racial profiling, especially when they went for the advocacy day last week. So why is that piece, so vital and important, again, throughout the programming, that you did over the summer? What do you think the girls learned about that, or just were able to express their, opinions about?
One of the things that's super important is talking about the fact that they may once or many times experience microaggressions and subtle racisms or blatant racisms in their lifetime, and understanding that they have people to talk to and avenues that they can go through to change that, or certainly pursue legislation that would address that on a larger scale. So kind of helping them recognize that they have a voice, and if they use it, they can make big ripples, big changes.
Right. I especially liked taking the girls to meet with Congressman Keating, because while we were there, 3 girls shared stories of racial profiling that they experience on a pretty frequent basis, and how their parents have raised them to follow particular protocols when engaging with police officers. And again, it's that motivation that I'm like, okay, well now, as soon as the school year starts, let's start with the youth police dialogues. Let's actually bring officers in and have that conversation go. Looking back now, it's like, oh, I wish we could have fit that in this summer, but now it's all the more motivation to, the New Bedford Police Force is so great to work with us and have this relationship. So I want the girls to know that as well. Like we have, we're all here to have those dialogues go.
Good. Well, we can definitely do that. Yeah. We definitely, need your support, for the going into the school year. So if anyone, watch at the end of the show, we'll show how to get in contact with the YWCA. So if you're interested in donating for the program as well, because this program is funded by grants, and people pay a very small fee. So to be able to do all the field trips and all of the wonderful things that we do, we need your support. We're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for keynote speakers, people to come in and work with the girls. Or if you just want to sign up your daughter or niece, or you just want more information, please check on our website or our Facebook page. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Voices of Women.